back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how...
Turning it on! Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mustangs! When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Brown will throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they're inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one up. Offense lucky, that wasn't a turnover.
Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense
breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it, and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers.
Going for it all. He's got it on the outside. And that one looked as if it might go all the way. But they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Mustangs are on the move. Unloads to the wideout. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Finds his tight end. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. And we'll start the second quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. start the second quarter. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet. But I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this field.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zero.
Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Hits the crease. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Stanford!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dan.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Finds his man. It's James. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw. It's Fox. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Here's the pressure. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Mustangs will call on their punt team. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Grab near the sticks. It's Foley. Touchdown, Cardinal! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working.
There he goes! Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to throw. It's Fox. Under fire. Catch in the middle. It's James. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Looking to buy time. Working that left side now. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wants to go up top on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time on target. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Mustangs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Touchdown, SMU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Brown wants to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Bringing the heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. To the air on first down. Looking for a deep man. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Mustangs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Stanford wants to push the pace. Brown will throw it. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Across the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. Looking for a man. It's Fox. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Touchdown, SMU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
38, Stanford, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We We're just about ready to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Fox. This time he's got his man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
And the Mustangs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man on the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. Brown wants to pass. Here's a heat. Caught behind the line. It's Davis. Still on his feet at the 40. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll keep it on the ground. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Wants to go up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Quarterback making adjustments. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
The Mustangs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on." Oh, he's got some space. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Leaves it with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes,
turning it on. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Power football with the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Try to keep the drive alive. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Right? On the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll keep it himself. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today?
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They kick it away on 4th down. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Wants to adjust the pattern. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David. And that's
Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
On the ground, it's Green. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Lowers those pads. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Stanford, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got it in the middle, it's Hall. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Grabbed over the middle, it's Campbell. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.